Most of us don't like failing. But for some, the fear of failure becomes so intense that it quietly runs the show. Decisions shrink, dreams get postponed, and maybe later turns into never. That powerful pattern has a name, Atychiphobia. In this script, you'll learn what Atychiphobia is, how it takes root, the subtle ways it steers your life, and a practical plan to shrink it, so you can move forward with clarity and courage. Atychiphobia isn't just disliking mistakes. It's a disproportionate fear that treats failure as proof of personal worthlessness or permanent damage. The body reacts like danger is imminent. Tight chest, shallow breathing, a surge of adrenaline. The mind fills with predictions. I'll blow it. People will see I'm not good enough. If I fail, it's over. To escape that feeling, we adopt safety strategies. Procrastination, so there's an excuse. Endless research, so we never have to start. Perfectionism, so nothing is good enough to ship. Or quitting early, so failure can't be counted. Short-term relief, long-term stuckness. Why does this happen? First, learning and memory. A single harsh critique, public embarrassment, or unforgiving grading culture can train the brain to equate trying with danger. Second, perfectionism and conditional self-worth. When approval or love felt tied to achievement, mistakes became threats to identity. Third, cognitive distortions. All or nothing thinking. A minus equals failure. Mind reading. They'll think I'm incompetent. Catastrophe forecasting. One bad outcome will ruin everything. Finally, uncertainty and tolerance. If you feel safe only when outcomes are guaranteed, you'll avoid the very experiments that create growth. Atychiphobia shows up in patterns you can notice. Projects that remain in prep forever. Obsessive polishing that never reaches publish. Picking only tasks you're already good at. Rejecting stretch roles. And setting impossibly high standards, then self-criticizing for not meeting them. Overworking to control every variable, or underworking so you have an excuse. Comparing early drafts to other people's finished work and calling it proof you shouldn't try. The antidote isn't becoming reckless. It's retraining your relationship with failure, from verdict to feedback, from identity crisis to information. Below is a step-by-step plan to do that. 1. Write a failure map. Name the triggers. List the situations that spark your fear, from easiest to scariest. Examples: sending a cold email, posting a first draft, asking a question in a meeting, submitting a proposal, pitching a client, launching a product. Note the predicted disaster for each. They'll say no, I'll look dumb, I'll lose the job. 2. Build a brave ladder. Graded exposure to trying. Create 10 to 12 rungs from low risk to high impact. Sample ladder. 1. Share a rough idea with a trusted friend. 2. Post a short draft to a small group. 3. Ask one clarifying question in a meeting. 4. Submit a proposal to a low-stakes opportunity. 5. Publish a 200-word post with a clear opinion. 6. Ask for specific feedback from someone you respect. 7. Pitch a small collaboration. 8. Apply for a role contest you're 60-70% ready for. 9. Present a 5-10 minute talk to your team. 10. Launch a simple version of a project, V1, publicly. Work each rung until your anticipatory fear drops by 30-50% before moving up. 3. Redefine success. Process perfection. Write one sentence you'll use to measure success for each rung. Success equals I submit on time. Success equals I ask one question. Success equals I ship V1. Add a learning target. I will extract one improvement for next time. When success is defined by completion and learning, fear loses leverage. 4. Use the 70% rule: ship at only 70% polished for early iterations. Reserve perfection for final delivery, not for prototypes. Most meaningful projects need public feedback to become excellent. Early imperfection isn't evidence you're inadequate. It's the price of admission to clarity. 5. Run mini experiments, evidence, assumptions. For each fear, write a tiny test and a prediction. Example: if I post a rough idea, I'll be mocked. Test: post a 150-word idea to a small forum. Measure number of helpful versus hostile replies. Collect real data to challenge catastrophic predictions. 6. Swap safety behaviors for skills, common safety moves, and healthy replacements. Procrastination, time boxing, 25-minute focus sprints, deliver something at the end. Over-prepping, scope control, define good enough up front, freeze scope mid-sprint. Endless research, two-source cap, 2 credible sources, then act. Quitting early. Debrief. Write 3 lessons before deciding to stop. Hiding drafts. Feedback cadence. 1 share every week regardless. 7. Install a compassionate inner coach. Replace the critic with a coach. Script 3 lines you'll read before brave actions. It's okay to feel fear. It's a sign I'm growing. Today I'm practicing starting and finishing, not impressing. Whatever happens, I'll extract 1 lesson and move. Compassion reduces threat, restores access to problem solving, and improves persistence. 8. Cognitive resets, thought upgrades. Common thoughts, balanced alternatives. If I fail, I'll be exposed. If I try, I'll learn faster than if I hide. This must be flawless. This must be clear and on time. I can iterate. A no means I'm not good enough. A no is information about fit, timing, or approach. I can't handle disappointment. Disappointment is uncomfortable, not dangerous. It passes. Emotional regulation on demand. Use quick body tools before and during brave acts. 4-2-6 breathing. Inhale 4, hold 2, exhale 6 for 10 cycles. Attention release. Clench then relax. Jaw, shoulders, hands, calves. Name it to tame it. Say quietly, this is fear, not fact. I'm safe enough to try. These lower physiological arousals so your prefrontal cortex can stay online. 10. Pre-mortem and post-mortem. Fail smart. Before acting, do a pre-mortem. If this fails, why might that happen? Then add buffers, shorter scope, earlier feedback. Afterward, run a post-mortem. What worked, what didn't, what will I do differently next time? Ritualizing learning turns failure into fuel. 11. The 30-day Brave Reps Plan. Chete, Week 1. Daily 15-minute time box to start and finish 1 tiny task. Email, post, draft paragraph. Log fear before, after, and 1 lesson. Week 2. Add 1 public share, small audience. Ask for 1 piece of actionable feedback. Week 3. Ship a V1 deliverable, presentation page prototype. Apply 2 improvements from feedback. As Week 4. Attempt a stretch rung. Pitch, application, live demo. Schedule the next attempt before reviewing results to prevent avoidance. Keep a simple log. Date, action, fear, guillotine, before, after, outcome, lesson, next step. Progress compounds. 12. When a fail happens, bounce, don't break. Use a 3-step recovery. 1. Regulate, 2 minutes of 4-2-6 breathing. 2. Reframe, this is 1 data point, it narrows the path. 3. Route, schedule the next small action within 24 hours. Momentum beats rumination. 13. Environment matters, curate inputs and people. Follow creators who show drafts, iteration, and honest behind the scenes, not just highlight reels. Share goals with 1 supportive person who values effort over image. Set up your tools for frictionless starting. Templates, checklists, default timers. 14. Professional support, if needed. If fear feels immobilizing or tied to past trauma, a therapist can help. Cognitive behavioral therapy with exposure is effective for performance and failure fears. Acceptance and commitment therapy helps you take values-based action while making room for discomfort. This script is educational, not medical advice. Atychiphobia wants certainty before action. Growth offers a different deal. Action before certainty. And confidence as the reward, not the prerequisite. You don't need to become fearless. You need a repeatable process, smaller bets, faster feedback, kinder self-talk, and enough reps for your brain to learn that trying is safe. Start with the first rung on your ladder today. Define success as showing up and shipping something small. Capture 1 lesson. Do it again tomorrow. 1 brave, imperfect action at a time, you'll turn fear of failure into a laboratory for learning and unlock the work you're here to do.